Girl Karma. If you are new to my channel, this is a manifestation channel, but it's also a blog of my life, so welcome. I feel like there's a glare on my glasses, so I'm planning to take these off. So if you guys saw the title to my video, it is about sleep deprivation. And I've had two people recently tell me that they have been having trouble sleeping at night. And so I thought I'd come on here and give you guys some techniques or just kind of like ease your fears, because I understand that a lot of people will have sleep deprivation because they're worrying about things that are going on around them. You can be worried about your kids, your job, finances, money, right? And we know that these things are all in our reality because they're thoughts that we've been having. So I think that's why it's the saying is like, don't worry, because the more you worry, the more of those worries you bring into your reality versus seeing those worries fixed or dissolved or as working themselves out, right? So I was like, I'm going to bring you guys a couple of techniques for sleep deprivation. So my favorite sleep deprivation technique is reading the Bible, because literally within 10 minutes of reading the Bible, I always fall asleep. So that would be number one. Now, if you're not into reading the Bible, right, then I would suggest, I really don't have another book to suggest, because that is like my go-to Bible. My go-to thing to do when I just cannot sleep, I'll start reading. Like, I don't know if this is what's in there, but it's something that it gets into your subconscious and makes you sleepy. But on a deeper level, right, being kept up at night, being woken up. Well, sometimes I will perceive it as if I'm woken up at night, like there's something that I need to be paying attention to in my waking life, if that makes sense to you. So like I said about the whole worrying thing, right? But well, actually, honestly and truthfully, it's been a long time since I have had problems with going to sleep. But I think that was more because I have reprogrammed my subconscious mind not to worry, because worry keeps you up. Depression keeps you up, right? And I'm not saying that depression isn't real, but what I'm saying is that the more that we put depression into our mind or worries into our mind, then the more it can keep us up at night. And so, and I feel like it's almost a placebo effect, because it's like you'll tell your therapist you can't sleep, and now they're either prescribing you something or they're telling you you need therapy, right? But is the therapy directed towards let me figure out ways to get through my worries so I can sleep? Or is it more of let's just continue therapy for that so they can get paid, like the placebo, right? Because it all starts within our mind. Hi, Molly Summer. Welcome to my channel. Nice to meet you. And so I do realize that a lot of people just, and you know, one thing I did stop doing was I stopped watching the news before I go to sleep. I don't watch it late at night. I don't watch it before I go to sleep, because those things do get into your subconscious mind. Hi, Savannah. I love you too. I've been missing you guys. I've been on, but I haven't really been on. But I miss you guys too. I hope everything's going well. I hope things are going in your favor. So I'm just basically on here talking about sleep. Thank you, Melody. Excuse me, Molly. Thank you. So I'm just talking about sleep deprivation because I've had a few people in my reality tell me that they've been having trouble sleeping. And so I just really want you guys to edit some videos. Hi, nice to meet you. Oh, Savannah, you're so sweet. Thank you. And so, so my suggestion is to work on, what are your fears? What is it exactly that you're thinking about when you're up at night? And I've also had people who say they can fall asleep, but then they wake up at a certain time every night. They wake up at 2, they wake up at 3. And so I'm a very spiritual person. So sometimes I feel like I'll be awakened from a dream because it means something. Like, for instance, the other day, I had a dream about my grandmother who had passed on, you guys. And it was so surreal because it was like, so when I used to live with this grandmother particularly, it was like me and my 2 other cousins. So everybody had their own room, but we always kind of like met in the kitchen or in the hallway. And so when I woke up in the dream, I was in the hallway getting ready to leave, and I just like passed by my grandma, right? And then I kind of told her something like a joke and kind of laughed, right? And then I was getting ready to leave, and she was telling me, no, don't leave, you know, let's sit on the couch. And so I sat on the couch with her, and then I woke up, and I was like, and then when I woke up, I was like crying and stuff, right? And so I kind of told my cousin, who we used to live with me and my grandma, and she was like, well, that dream meant something. And I was like, well, yeah, I think it does, but I don't know what exactly did it mean. Does it mean I need to slow down in life? Does it mean well, I kind of took it as meaning as, I'm still loved on a whole, because even though my grandma has passed on, the love that she imparted to me was still there. But it just was so vivid, and it woke me out of it felt like I could smell her. I could see her hair. I could see her face. Like, it felt like she was just there. So sometimes I feel like you're awoken from a dream for a reason, right? And it can mean something. But ultimately, what I'm kind of learning about dream interpretations is you kind of get your own interpretation from it. Like, of course, I Google things and I see what they mean. But for the most part, like, I think that it just means that I need to worry less. I think she came to me in my dream to tell me to worry less. Fizzy, okay, I don't know what language that is. I'm sorry, but welcome to my channel. So, like I said, is it sleep deprivation, or is there something in your waking life, right, that is causing you not to sleep? Is it a worry? Is it a concern? Is it some form of energy, right? Love energy is what we're going to talk about now, that could be keeping you from getting sleep. You think so? Oh my gosh, the neighbor 420, that's so funny. I don't think so, but I'll take that though. But no, I mean, I like her though. She is one of my mentors. I love the way she dresses and the way she talks, right, and how she carries herself. I definitely will put her up there. Like Michelle Obama, Tony Robbins are probably two of my mentors, I would say.
Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa.
Dante says Mother Teresa is his mentor. Why would you pick her as your mentor?
Man, when she was young back in the 40s, ooh, she was cute.
Oh, okay. Well, anywho, so back to what I was saying. So, I feel as though if you are experiencing sleep deprivation, you really have to look at what's worrying you in the waking life, and then find some affirmations, right? That like go against whatever it is if you're worried about bills, and say to yourself, I always have enough money. There are always enough hours at work. Whatever it is that is your source, right? Put affirmations into your mind that are more comforting for you, instead of it's because people will say, oh, I don't have enough hours, or they're going to cut. Like, you worry about these things and you bring them into your reality inadvertently, versus feeding your subconscious mind with thoughts of, I always get sleep. I'm always well rested. I always have enough time to get things done in the day. No, it may not happen that same night or overnight, but as you continuously talk to yourself like that, you shift the way your thought is. You program your subconscious mind to see things that way. Sorry, guys, there's a little stuff going on. But nevertheless, I think that worry is really what keeps people up. I think that I definitely would say don't, like, or even if you're on your phone, sometimes we'll be on our phone when we're laying down. I know we've all done it. I've hit myself in the face with the phone, trying to watch it while I'm laying down, right? Watching bad news, watching murder mysteries. I get it. We love to fall asleep to that stuff. But it's getting into our subconscious mind. That's why I always tell you, be mindful of what you play overnight when you're asleep. Even leaving the TV on when you're sleeping. You don't know what commercials. You may say, oh, I'm going to watch this show while I'm asleep, but you don't know what commercials are coming on. You don't necessarily know what the next thing on your playlist is going to be. Those ideas, they get into your subconscious mind. Those things are the principalities that have been shaping our reality. So these are definitely things that you want to take into consideration. Like I said, I did used to have the problem of sleep deprivation. I couldn't sleep. I would get woken up at night. But the more I worked on my worries and how I saw things, I find that I have better night's sleep. I mean, I'm not going to knock anyone who takes medicine to sleep at night, but look at the flip side of needing to take medicine to sleep. Michael Jackson. Like, you become addicted to those things and you want more and more because you feel like you need that to go to sleep. And look at the end result of that. Like, like, maybe if you're not feeling well and you take a NyQuil, okay, but to just self-medicate every night to be able to go to sleep, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's healthy for you. If the doctors say that, that's fine, but a doctor also medicated Michael Jackson. So at some point in your life, you have to take control and say what you want for your reality and how you want things to go. So And I think that also, and just getting and not getting a good night's sleep, it does bother you in your waking reality because you might find that you're cranky or you can't focus on stuff. Savannah, I love the outfit. Thank you. Turtleneck. It's a dress. I appreciate that. Looks fly like Vanity Six. Apollonia. Okay, I'll take that. Ow. Yeah, the weather was actually kind of like dreary today, so I have a long sleeve sweater dress on. Just put a little necklace on. You know me. I'm always trying to stay fast. And this was a thrift find. And another thing too, you know what I found? Well, okay, I guess you can affirm whatever your reality, but if you go to sleep late, you sleep in later. If you go to sleep, or if you go to sleep at 9, you're prone to wake up earlier. Now, if you got to work, that makes sense. But sometimes I'll try to push it to the maximum. Like I'll try to fall asleep at 12, but I'll find that I'll sleep all the way through the night until whatever time. But even sleep subliminals are good to listen to. If you wake up at 2 in the morning, you're waking up at 3 in the morning, put on a sleep subliminal and listen to it. And even if your brain, quote unquote, won't shut off, right? It's nothing wrong with laying there and not moving and having your eyes closed because your body still gets the feeling of rest. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sleep and rest are two different things. Even your body getting the rest, whether your brain is calmed down or not, is still is healthy for your body. So these are things that you need to consider just if you're suffering through sleep deprivation. These are things that really helped me because like I said, I did have that problem a lot. I'm sorry, you guys.
I didn't say nothing.
I know, but you're breathing on my neck, bro. Okay, here's Dante. You want to be? Oh, you don't, but he don't want to be on here. Do you have sleep deprivation? No, actually, he's a pretty hard sleeper.
Hell no.
Have you ever had problems with falling asleep?
Yeah.
What would you suggest?
I take power naps in between.
Power naps. Okay, well, you know what? Power naps, I guess, if you're a power napper, definitely. But I wouldn't suggest taking one really late because then you'll be up. But then he can sleep all the way through, so. But I feel like people getting hooked on placebo or medicines is like, that ain't really helping you in the long run to sleep. It's just like a temporary fix of something that you could go into your subconscious mind and fix. So there's that. But nevertheless, I just kind of want to touch bases on that because, like I said, I had a few people in my reality tell me that they have been having sleep issues. So I was like, well, I'll just make a video to help people. I mean, I think I will do a sleep subliminal. I'm going to try to make a sleep subliminal sometime this week. I mean, obviously I can't do it tonight, but I will definitely put a sleep subliminal on my video side of my channel. I haven't even done a subliminal in a minute, so I definitely need to do a subliminal. Savannah, I'm sorry, but you're always looking fly. Well, you know, it's a California thing. I feel like I just always got to be dressed. I'm a California girl. You didn't know I was a California girl? But thank you, Savannah. So, you guys have any questions for me before I get off of here? Let me know. Savannah, what's up? Give me tea. Yes, because you're going to sit here and bother me, so I got to get off.
Well, I'm going to answer the question.
We're talking about sleep deprivation. You said your tip was power naps. Okay. How do you think a power nap really helps you, though?
Because I can't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sleep.
Oh, but it helps you get the rest if you power nap.
Got you. I can't sleep for like 6 hours.
Power naps. Power.
So, like, you know, in between, I'll take like an hour, 2 hours, and I wake up, you know, stay up for a little while, then I'll go back to sleep.
Okay. As long as your body gets the rest, technically. Even if it's a broken 5 to 6, it still works. Yeah, so I don't know. I just felt impressed to do that video because a lot of people have really been asking me like about how to sleep and and I'm like, well, I don't want to hear people getting hooked on medicines just to sleep. Like, I feel like there's other ways. I feel like at the end of the day, it's all about your subconscious mind and the things that you say to yourself matter. If you say, I'm always rested, I'll always get on my rest. You want 5 hours of sleep? I get the full 5 hours. I think the human body needs 6 hours or something, like 5.5 to 6 hours minimum. So you would say, I always get my 6 hours of sleep. I always get my 8 hours of sleep. Even if you got a power nap, even though I took a power nap, I still get my full hours of rest. Like, how are you talking to yourself is how your reality is going to conform around you, you know? So, and sleep is very important because I feel like when you are in a sleepy, hazy, dreamy feeling, but like you're not controlled per se, I feel like you manifest stuff you really don't want, right? Because we know that SATs, our state akin to sleep, is when we manifest in our sleepy state. But do you want to manifest some stuff you don't want because you're in a sleepy state when you weren't really controlling your thoughts because you're not getting enough rest? Like, there is a difference. You need to look at how you're manifesting, how you are in your sleepy state. Like, and the best thing to reprogram that, honestly, subliminals really made a big difference in my life. They helped me to control my thought process, and it just helped me to control the things that I bring into my reality. And even when things aren't going our way, quote unquote, which we know they really are because everything is always working out in our favor, we still can manifest what we want. So let me see what you say. Okay, Savannah. I messed my manifestation up, it seems, even after he started coming in, but now I'm in a rage. LOL. He's acting himself. I don't know. I'm trying to. Okay, so first of all, look at how you're talking to yourself. Okay? Why would you say that you messed yourself up? Why are you saying you messed up your manifestation? The good news is, oh, I did that. The good news is you cannot mess up your manifestation. Even if it seems like things aren't working in your favor, they're still working in your favor. The universe has endless amounts of ways to make whatever it is you're manifest come in your favor. Also, he started coming in. You know what that is? That is freaking movement, girl. So you mean to tell me what you just wrote to me right now is that you've been having movement? Then that's all you got to say. Even if you can't picture exactly what the movement is, hey, I've had hella movement. They've been coming in. I've been having so much movement. Just saying that right there alone gets you movement in your reality. So just kind of look at what you wrote me and fix. So how this is how I will word what you said. If you want to do the exact, you would say, oh, I was feeling like I messed up my manifestation, but I know that in my reality, I can't mess up my manifestation. So I'm not worried because I know that things are working in my favor. I know that no matter what happens or what I do, things are always working in my favor. And that's it. That's all. Things, you can't mess up your manifestation. So that's the good thing. You can self-calm yourself and soothe yourself so that no matter what the 3D tries to cycle out in front of you, you realize that you still control it. That's probably an old thought that you had. That don't matter. And you still gonna get your manifestation anyway. Period. But it's all about how you talk to yourself. Hold on, I'm trying to plug this light back in. It's all about how you talk to yourself, girl. You can't mess up anything in your reality. It's not even possible. Literally, it's not possible to mess up your manifestation. Uh-oh, y'all, I done messed this light up. Now it won't come back on. But you guys can see me, right? Okay, good. So yeah, definitely look at how you talk to yourself. Be like, I don't care what I do. I can't mess up my manifestation. I don't care what's happening. Things are always working in my favor. I don't care if I don't care. It don't matter. None of that matters. That's all it's only a circumstance. Whatever happened that made you feel like or made it appear like you weren't gonna get what you wanted is a circumstance. And circumstances change with the drop of a dime because a circumstance is you shifting the way you see your reality. That's it. There's nothing physical about it. It's all mental. As soon as you see it differently, as soon as you think about it differently, you instantly shift to the reality where things are going back where you want them to be. And it can be so instant as you can have a big ass fight, a big freaking blow up, and then the next hour that person is calling you, telling you that they adore you and want to be with you and they can't live without you and they're sorry that you even got into it. A good night. Yes, exactly. You are gonna get a good night's sleep. You always get a good night's sleep. If you just even saying I always get a good night's sleep, it's gonna catch the reality around you is gonna catch up to that belief. If you gotta, write notes to yourself saying have a good night's sleep or I love you self, let's get some rest, or just saying I always get 6 hours of sleep. And then you'll find one, and then it'll happen, and then one day you'll look up and be like, wait, I just slept 8 hours. I can't believe it. Like it'll be like, or can you believe it? Because you know that you manifested to get that sleep. Like it's really all in what you say about your reality. What's that? So dragon, I don't know, is that a song or is that like an anime character? I don't know what the dragon is. You'd have to tell me. And that's Pat Frazier, but welcome to my channel. So and I'm gonna be manifesting. Anybody comes on this video, they put these techniques into play and they get a good night's sleep. Savannah Rodriguez, come back on. I pulled it or something and won't come back on. Yes, we even had a convo and he was trying to see me as went down after. Okay, so it sounds like you were getting movement and then something in your thought process made you start going backwards. And I sometimes I feel like we almost get scared or we don't believe that we really can do it or it starts happening. You should be expecting whatever you want to happen. So when it happens, it almost feels like it's natural and normal because you've already been visualizing it. You've already been talking to yourself about it. Thank you. So it's a natural and normal and logical thing for this person to reach out for you to always get what you want. Yes, Creisha, girl, you know I love me some Creisha. When I need to be beat up, I need to be beat into submission. I listen to Creisha because she gets me together real quickly. She'll be like, dry your tears, get the F up, and get what you want. Why you letting somebody else in your reality tell you anything different? Period. Creisha will have you, Creisha get you together like no other. I love her. And Dylan James, I always tell y'all about Dylan. Dylan, I love Dylan because Dylan instilled in me that you don't have to accept in your reality that you don't want. You literally can say bye to that person. I'll deal with you when you show up as the version of you that I said that you're going to be. Period. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for, we're never waiting, but we're really just getting our mind to shift to where we want to be. But while you're doing that, you work on yourself. Who are you? Are you the best version of you? That's why I love me some Dylan. Oh, okay. Well, see, yeah, I have to Google that then and see what that is, Pat. But okay, sweet. But yeah. So, and 9 times out of 10, it's like sometimes we'll go to videos because we need to hear other people say it. But you'll get to a point where you can say the things I'm saying to you. You automatically say them to yourself. You're like, wait a minute, they called me. That was movement. Why am I tripping? I'm sorry, I had some lip gloss. You'll be like, why am I tripping when I just had so much movement? To me, look, okay, so what you just said to me, Savannah, the little piece of your story that you told me, I just saw that as movement. They reached out, they want to spend the night, they want to what? Girl, that's movement. Even if it didn't play out that night, that was still so much movement that you're going to get what you freaking want. And you're look at the good, stop looking at the what didn't work right and look at the, oh, I got movement. This is working. That's what you need to stop paying attention to the negative. If you feed into the negative, you get more of it. Just like if you feed into the positive, you get more of the positive. Bat, Ramesh, Chandra, I love you. I love you too. I hope that everyone on here gets their manifestation and a good night's sleep. Savannah, for real, besides, I love them both. Period. So that's what I'm saying. There you go. So I see that you already seeing the tide shift. And that's why I think that scripting is good, because scripting is a way to write down when you feeling like I think you should script, right? Like you can rage script, like if something is going wonky in your reality and you just keep writing what you want to happen until you start to feel better. Yes. And you can script while you're feeling good, right? Because then you write down more good stuff. And then I'll go back to what I wrote and look at it like, oh my God, I remember that. I remember that. And by the time I usually look back at my old scripting, whatever I was manifesting has manifested, right? And I feel like that's just me like saying it, you know what I mean? Like because I wrote it and I knew it was coming and I like wrote it and put it away and let it go and came back to it, it already came. Like sometimes you'll get your manifestation and you won't even realize you got it because you've been so focused on other things. You are doing well. Best wishes from. Oh, thank you. You too. Yeah, but you know, it wasn't an overnight process, right? And now I can't even say that things aren't working in my favor or when things don't look like they're working in my favor. What I just say is that I don't know why this stupid shit's happening right now, but it's about to work out in my favor. That is what I tell myself. Like instead of looking at it and be like, oh my God, it's gonna fall apart. Like I refuse. Even the other day, I got some news that should have made me fall apart, but it didn't. I was just like, no, this is going to happen. It's going to go the way I wanted to. Somehow, some way, this is going to work out in my favor. Like, and I'm still waiting for the end result for it to, well, not even waiting because I know it's going to happen because I see myself on the other side of that manifestation, but I'm not going to be, I refuse to be worried or stressed out about something that I know I control with my thoughts. Period. Why are you letting, it's like we let people outside of us come into our reality and try to tell us how things should go, how we should be, how we should. Nobody can determine in your reality except for you. Period. Like I've seen, okay, like let's just take Shamar. You know the dude who all bent up. He became a celebrity. Like the way he looked, you would think he shouldn't be a celebrity, but as long as he see himself as a celebrity and show up on Instagram or show up for talk shows or whatever the hell you do, he is a celebrity in his own world. Some people may think he not, some people may think he is, but guess what? You heard of him. You seen his little bent up self. Okay, so you waited for society to tell you that you something when you need to be telling yourself that you that already. That's simply how it goes. Stop looking for people outside of you to tell you things. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to talk to you guys later. That was 25 minutes. I love you guys. Savannah, you better update me or hit me in my messenger, Karma_the visualizer on Instagram. I love you guys. Bye.